Y2K, our guest said, instead of Y2K, I'll take 2 gold medals. Sir, if you would, tell us who you are.
Tim Whitfill, graduate Fern Creek High School in the year 2000.
Of course, two-time state champion, 1999, 103-pound state champion. That video's on the channel. And then this is your 2000, 119-pound state championship review series. And for those that didn't live through Y2K, you probably don't get that joke. It was everywhere, wasn't it, Tim?
It was.
Y2K this, Y2K that. Is your computer Y2K compliant? We thought that the world was just going to evaporate, or who knows what was going to happen. But man, the 2,000 years, another great year of wrestling, where Kentucky's in kind of a transition, if you will, of wrestling really kind of expanding and getting better. It's grown across the state in 2000, and the video evidence is clear, Your Honor. You can see wrestling getting better. And I've said in numerous videos that I think the match that you can look back on and was the genesis, if you will, of what we have now as far as the scrambling style wrestling was 2001 Derek Mullet and Chad Dalton. Derek Mullet, of course, won against Sheldon Clark, beat Chad Dalton. Chad Dalton, the 2000 state champion from Simon Kenton. But you can start to see schools and specific wrestlers really have that scrambling style in 2000 state tournament. You're not really seeing a whole lot of people try something, go back, okay, I don't get it, reset, and try the same thing over. You see people chaining moves together. You see people scrambling, but I guess they don't realize that they're scrambling. So when you're coming in as a senior, your last hoorah here, when you walk into a gym before social media, before YouTube and track and flow wrestling and TikTok and all these other ways to watch it, you kind of get the feeling people knew who you were?
A little bit, yeah.
I got you. Now, so many videos we've said this analogy, but I guess it's worth saying here is men, especially if they played against somebody that made it to the NFL, they got a tackle on them like a running back or a quarterback, wide receiver, played basketball against somebody that made it to the NBA or made it to Division One. Every time they're on TV, yeah, I blocked so and so, or I tackled. He ain't nothing. I tackled him, or intercepted like a quarterback, or whatever the case is. When it comes to combative sports, everybody wants to beat the champion. Doesn't matter what it is: wrestling, boxing, MMA, arm wrestling, especially men. We hold on to that stuff forever. So, did you kind of feel back then that you were getting everybody's like 1,000% best effort, or did you kind of intimidate people walking in out on the mat? Did people kind of wilt, or was it a combination, or how did it go for you?
Senior year, I didn't really have a whole lot of competition other than Anthony.
Mm.
It was just me and him, really.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And of course, like I said, you're a returning state champion. 2000 was the era of district tournament, region tournament, state tournament. So you had to make weight 3 weeks in a row there. Were you a natural 119? Did you have to cut a lot?
I cut a little. It wasn't a lot.
I got nothing to be in uproar over.
No, I mean, I ran a lot, and I kept my weight in check, so weight was never an issue.
I got you. Now I have to ask, 2000. Of course, I don't know if we can say this school during this review video, but St. Xavier, they had won the team championship in '98. They had come ever so close in '99. They lost by a few. I don't know if I can remember exactly how many points, but they come in second, I believe, to Woodford. Does St. Xavier reach out to you and say, hey, come wrestle for us, we can win a team title this year, or was that even in play?
Not my senior year.
Because the only reason I remember this is that St. Xavier lost the team title by 2.5 team points. And their coach, Krasik, said he hated driving by 25-mile-an-hour speed zone signs because he would see that 2-5 with the screw in the middle and say
Yeah.
yeah, every time he would see it. And the so it was never, hey, come wrestle for us at this school, or you're returning, hey, we can do, we can take you to the next level. Or was it you were just black and orange through and through?
Yeah, it's Fern Creek all the
I
way.
got you, man. That's to be respected. So 2000, you start off the state tournament with a 5 minute and 18-second fall over Jake Bunchenberger from Trinity. Had you wrestled him before?
Several times.
I was going to say Trinity, not too far away. Of course, same city, but not too far away as it is from Fern Creek. And wouldn't you know it, in the quarters you ran in again to Chris Shaw from LaRue County. You win by a 9-3 decision. I'd say Chris probably got tired of seeing you, didn't he? He's like,
Yeah,
man, just leave me alone. What are you doing?
I don't know how many times we actually wrestled. It may have been just those 2 times at state.
Are
It
you
may have
kidding?
been a third at like state duels or something. But
Yeah. Of course, Chris's brother, Jim, 1999 state champion. Chris, friend of the channel, longtime official in Kentucky. You get to the semis, you're wrestling Eric Faulkner from Fairdale. You win that by a 13-0 decision, and Eric would go on to get fifth place. So another Louisvillian. Had you wrestled him before?
just once,
Okay,
maybe once a prior year. But yeah,
I
once
got
that.
you. And when you get to the finals, you're wrestling Sean Smith from Christian County. Now, it should be said that
Anthony.
Sean, or yeah, Anthony. I do that every single time. Sean and Anthony, you guys are just going to have to trade, just change places. I do that. I done that to Anthony at the state tournament a couple years ago during the grip strength. I called him Sean. I was like, I don't know why. Sean, we done his review videos. 2-time state champion from Christian County. Of course, Anthony. My apologies, Anthony. When I see you, I'll give you a high five and say, man, my bad. Anthony Smith from Christian County. And Anthony was in the 1998 state finals against Drew Carmen, come up a little bit short against Drew. And in 99, he wrestled Isaac Knable from St. Xavier in the semis. And I've heard the stories that might be one of the best state semifinals in the history of the state tournament. People that have been coming for years said that is still one of the best semifinals matches that they've ever seen. So, had you wrestled Anthony before this?
Yeah, a couple times. Once that season, or time of freshman year, but that season we wrestled the finals at Caldwell County tournament.
And how did that go?
Uh, it was a 5-4 decision, maybe. It was close.
So it was a good contest, right? Kind of trying to fill each other out.
Yep.
And again, I asked you the same question. I think you said it a minute ago, but when you look at the bracket when it come out, like I'm doing here, was Anthony the only person that you on that side of the bracket? You were like, it's gonna be me and him in the finals again.
I knew it would be me and him in the finals. I
I
wasn't
got you.
100% sure he was going to be wrestling 119 that year.
Hmm.
I thought he was going to change weight classes.
Yeah, Anthony, he's a big dude. You can tell in this video and in his 1998 video, he's just got the frame of being like a 130, you know what I mean? Or even a 135. He's just a bigger
He's
body
strong, he's
dude.
fast.
Huh?
He's strong, he's
Yeah,
fast. It's,
yeah. And of course, Christian County, great tradition of wrestling. Hopkinsville, same way, great tradition of wrestling. The I guess the same question we had earlier in your 99 video is when you win that semifinals, you've been there before. There's that old saying, act like you've been there before, but do you go back to your room like you did in 99, or you just,
same routine.
I got you, man. And it worked for you before, why change it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this was when we got our initial batch of videos. I think it was the first 16 or first 17 state finals. 2000 was in it. but for some reason the video started at 125 and it went all the way through. So we've been trying to piece together to get 2,000 complete. We ended up with the face off. I think Billy Clark got us that. So we had the 103, the 112. We was able to find those. Brad Cooper got us the 112 video. But your 119-pound video completed our 1999 video, man. So thank you. You was able to get it converted. Really appreciate that and be able to do this video. We've been in talks, man. Feels like for a couple years trying to get it done. Give a review video, but now we're able to finally get it on. Before you converted it, had it been a while since you'd seen it?
No, I watched it a couple years ago when you brought it up. I found the DVD.
Okay.
Then when I converted it, I watched it again.
I got you. The first time I got to see it was whenever you sent me the link. And of course, I knew we're not going to tell you what the score is, but I knew, like, now, where does it come from? You know what I mean? And it kind of kept me on the edge of my seat thinking there's no way that score is right. It has to be something, different, as good as what you and Anthony were. So we're going to pull it up here. Now the 2000 video has the face-off and the match video. Man, let's get into it.
At 119, a senior from Fern Creek, 35-0,
Coming in undefeated, man, 35-0.
Opponent, a senior from Christian County, 30-1, Anthony Smith.
We're his only loss that year.
At 125, a senior from Campbell County.
All right, so there you are, man. You got the black singlet on, wearing the leggings again. You know who's filming this for you?
I think it may be McCarthy's dad.
Oh yeah, I forgot Rick McCarthy. He's on the channel. What am I thinking? All right, so you guys had wrestled before. That's a kind of a common theme for you last year, or 99. You got to wrestle Tony Perry a bunch. Having to wrestle Anthony earlier in the year, was there something that you'd been like, no, he was just a hammer at that you'd been working to defend, or?
Coach wanted me to go into this match, be 0-0 going in the second period.
Okay.
Didn't want something drastic to happen early.
I got you.
And he took me down, I believe, early the first match.
And there's somebody calling you Timmy. I'm not sure who that. You recognize that voice?
Yeah, it's one of the mat maids.
I got you. It's doing some of these videos where they filmed in the crowd. Guys are like, that's my sister, that's mom or dad or grandpa or, Aunt so-and-so that drove in from Michigan.
One thing I forgot about too, I hate it when wrestlers wrap their wrists in their headgear with that tape.
Yeah.
It's like abrasive. Like after that match, I was all scraped up. Yeah, Anthony was super strong.
Oh, yeah.
And he had good control. I mean, I couldn't get my head in the right spot.
Mm-hmm. And I believe he's got Coach Perrin, legendary Christian County coach, in the corner. I'm not sure who else the assistant was. Do you have the same coaches this year in your corner?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So 0-0 going into the second period.
Please come down front and sit in a chair.
He deferred. You're taken down. Like you said in the 99 video, you felt pretty confident you could get an escape.
Yeah. I knew I would score from there. In our other match, I got him caught with his hands locked
Oh,
in that position.
I got you. So you get your escape, man. It's 1-0 in the second period here. So ref calls a stalemate. We're still neutral. Do you have a lot of family in the crowd, a lot of teammates or classmates that come to watch you? Or?
Most of my team, I'm sure, was there, and then mom and dad. I'm sure I had some grandparents there.
I got you.
Yeah, he had great head control.
You guys are battling, man. It may not, to the people that, if you're watching this, chances are you know about wrestling. But if you're just casually watching this is a chess match right here.
Yeah, it's just two guys don't want to risk too much.
And during that exchange, Anthony got called for a stall because I would say he knows you can take him down, and I would say you probably know the same about him, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have a lapse, he's going to take down. This will be the first time we saw you on top. Did you, in the other matches that you had with him, was there something that you kind of knew to stay away from or knew you could maybe take advantage of on top? Or
I didn't have a whole lot of luck trying to turn him.
Mhm.
I rode him for a little bit, but I think at this point I was just trying to wear him out a little bit more.
I got you. I was going to say, I can't see too many people getting a turn on him as it is.
Yeah, he's another guy that I would doubt that he got pinned.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll probably message me whenever we make this video public. He'll probably message me for calling him Sean, and then he'll probably message me and say, "Hey, I got pin, no pins or whatever." All right, so I believe he called you for a stall there too.
Did he?
I believe the way he was holding his hand, he
No,
didn't
I think
hold
it's
it above
later.
his head, but he had the fist. I'm not sure if it was a. We got a caution on red. Caution red. "2000, man, had some great matches too. Aaron Reardon, Craig Collinsworth, Isaac and Jordan Blackmore,
Jordan, yeah.
Davio and Brad Cooper.
Davy was tough.
Yeah. George King and Billy Allen, 171. Bo Hoffman, 189.
I kept switching how I'd line up on him on the top.
Mm-hmm. That's smart. Right out of bounds. All right, so I believe we got some blood time here. We're late in the third period. You're up 1-0. Nice job right there, man.
My left arm's caught underneath right there.
Is it? Oh, yeah, I can see it now. But you don't seem to panic, or at least on video.
That's where he called me for stalling.
Okay,
I knew my left arm was caught.
I got you. I don't think the crowd I think your coach takes him to the table here, or maybe it's his coach.
Yeah, it's his coach.
See, I think they're questioning if that was another stall earlier in the match. All right, so got a little bit of a break in the action, kind of get your breath. You got 40-some seconds left. Man, you've done an excellent job of riding him. Did you just kind of know I can do this for 40-some more seconds?
Yeah, at that point, I knew it's like I can't let him up now. It's like matches start over then.
Yeah.
And when I got
you
him
got to
broken
be
down
busy
right
on
here,
top.
when I got him broken down, I knew I was in good position to work a turn and eat some clock up.
It's like you're trying to pull that arm through like a cross-face cradle.
Cross-face cradle, yeah. I think this is close to the end, too.
He tries a Granby right there on the edge of the mat. Maybe if that was a little bit closer inbounds, that you may have got something there.
I rolled through at the right time.
And that's it, man. You win by a final score 1-0. Excellent performance, man. Excellent performance there in the finals. Or so we thought. 1 second, maybe a couple tenths left. There's the buzzer finally. Excellent performance. I mean, you wrestled phenomenal.
There wasn't a lot of scoring going on, but it was a tough match. There's Hall and Farmer.
And that's where the 2000 video ends, man. Again, it's excellent job there in that third period. Youngsters, that's why you do those extra workouts. That's why you push yourself a little bit harder in practice, because when you get to the state finals, like Tim said, 40-some seconds left, I think it was 41, you couldn't let him up there. I mean, you just could not let him up. And if you did, who knows how it ends. But you had the skill, and you seemed to be in good enough shape to keep doing what you were doing. You were trying for that cross-face cradle. You were able to roll through that Granby. Maybe somebody with not as much experience, or maybe somebody not as good a shape, they give that up right there. They give that reversal up, and they go the rest of their life thinking, man, if I'd have just, maybe ran a little bit more, you know what I mean? Or if I'd have just done a few more push-ups, or who knows, whatever. But it's an excellent performance, man. Of course, like you said, you've watched it, several times, but do you still kind of squirm a little bit on some of those, or like, oh, hold on here, hold on?
Yeah. I wish there was a little bit more action on our feet. I wish could have got a takedown on them, but just how it worked out.
Yeah, man, I understand. And you add to Fern Creek's history, if you will, 3-team state championships, 1975, 1984, 2015. And as of this filming, this is June the 8th, 2025. 37 individual state champions, 36 boys, 1 girl. And of course, you account for 2 of those, and your uncle, he accounts for what? Tell us who your uncle is.
Mark Hitchings.
And of course, 1981 state champion, he's on the channel. And your cousins, Brad and Brent, they wrestled at Trinity, was a part of those Trinity's team championships in 09 and 10, and then 3 state championships between those 2 guys. So just a good, you guys ever get together and be like, yeah, I done it when we were men, you know what I mean? We were tougher in 99 and 2000, y'all, and from 2009 forward, y'all are different, maybe a little bit better technical, but we were tougher, right? We were men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my cousins were young when I graduated, so they were part of that Fern Creek Optimists program that started out.
I believe you're correct, because I believe they mentioned that, because a lot of the kids that were wrestling for Fern Creek, and I guess your uncle started that, they went to Trinity and won the team titles there in 09 and 10. I believe you're right about that. I believe that's a good call on your part. So, man, the 2000 year, excellent performance, 2-time state champion. What a way to go out on top. And of course, you guys are seeing photos of your medals, your Letterman. I love your Letterman jacket, man. Those colors, that black and orange just goes so well together, and your state patches and everything. Currently we're making a catalog of the state championship rings, the individual and the team. We've had a really, really great response on that. I think our next subplot, or our side journey, if you will, for the review series is going to be Letterman jackets, to see how Letterman jackets and championship jackets have evolved over the years. We've already got several that we've been sent, or people dug out of closets or out of attics, or even where some people wear to the state tournament. If you have it, that's what it's there for. To be proud of. Something about this series that I love being able to say is, we don't live in the past. If you're living in the past, you're doing it wrong. But when you're able to say, this is what made me who I am, this is what put me on the path of my life, what I learned in the wrestling room, what I learned from my coaches, what I learned about me when I was, out running when nobody was watching, or I was out doing drills or shadow drills when nobody was watching. That's put me in the position that I'm in my life today. And so many guys have said that. And I think that's one of the big drawing factors to this review series, is whether you were the state champion or the state chump, if you were out there doing it, you know what everybody else was doing. They may have been better at it, but at least you can respect the weight cutting, the long bus rides, the maybe 2-a-day practices.
Long days in the gym.
Long days in the gym, having to cut weight in certain ways that maybe are now illegal or frowned upon. So that is something that across the generations and across the geography of Kentucky, this series has been such a connecting glue, if you will, for people. And that's one thing I love, is just being able to have both of your years, be able to let people see the videos that makes Tim Whitfill a person, not just a name at the end of a bracket. We can actually hear your thoughts and hear what you were thinking, get your take on it, and have it forever. That way, the next generation of people that want to be 2-time state, or in the position to be 2-time state champions, like, you know what? I like that Tim Whitfill guy. I think I can do what he did. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything, man, we haven't talked about that you'd like to say or add, take away, anything like that, man? The floor is yours.
I'm good. I appreciate what you're doing. It's great to look back at this stuff.
Yeah, man, and that's, like I said, I appreciate you sending me that 2000 video. Great to be able to complete that collection and be able to say we have X amount of complete years, and we're still digging. Believe me, I'm going to insert here a photo of the years that we're missing, or we have partial videos of. So if you have any matches from these years or any full videos that you may have in an attic or a closet or in a collection or whatever, please send them to me. I have a DVD and VHS converter. We'd love to get those and be able to have them just for the collective part and the historical aspect, because as of what we're doing, nobody else in the country is doing it. No other state is doing what we're doing. No other sport's doing what we're doing. It's not too many things in life people can say, why can't we be more like Kentucky? Why can't we do what Kentucky's doing? Why can't we do what wrestling is doing? And with this series, we can combine both of those and be like, we need to be more like Kentucky wrestling. That's not a phrase that often gets said, but I love this series, man, is leading the charge. So, Tim, man, thank you for doing this. Really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. We will see you guys and girls on the mats.